Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Support my channel by subscribing and pressing that red notification bell. You'll always be the first to be updated whenever I drop in something for you. Thank you so much for supporting my channel in whatever ways. Thank you so much guys. Share, comment in the subsection. I'll always be very happy to get back to you. We are looking at the road to 1,000 subscribers and wake up. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. It's Max from the Malcolm Max TV. In today's video, I'm happy to share with you. You know, these are some of the things that we get to share. It may be for someone who's coming to Qatar right now, for someone who has dropped in Qatar, or someone who has been here for quite a long period of time. But still, some of these rules a little bit confusing in one way or the other, and we may find ourselves we are not a little bit conversant with them one way or the other. Or even at that kind of stake, you may find that at some instance, some of us, or some of people that are around there, or some of you who are out there, you do hear about these rules, but you take everything so lightly that sometimes you may end up in yourself or in one way or the other you are falling in trouble. And this is exactly that. We actually, as brothers or anyone that is planning to come for a visit, someone is coming to come and visit a friend, someone is coming to expedition, someone is coming to say, these are some of the things that you need to share and some things that you need to know actually in any way or the other. You know, when you get to meet to visit these Gulf countries, for example, when you come to visit Qatar, or you come to visit Bahrain, or come to visit UAE, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, in any way, Jordan, in any way you want to go in those countries, they have what we call, they're called social etiquettes. They have rules that govern the countries. They have their own rules that are set to govern their country. So this, in whatever you come, you need to make sure that you will comply with what is put in place. You'll have to comply with the rules that are put in place, with that rules that govern that country, and that is what we're talking about. Okay. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, press the notification. It's Max from the Malcolm Max TV. Thanks so much. We say each country has its own rules that you need to follow. So in this video, let us try to look at a few things that you should know about the Gulf, especially things you should know about Qatar. How to avoid deportation in Qatar. Many people have fallen circumstances or consequences of small minor things they try to ignore but cost a lot. And the society and the owners of the countries, or the owners of the residents, or the authorities in these countries will take it as something that is forbidden, or something that should go with a punishment. And that punishment is normally what we call deportation. They will deport you out of the country, meaning that they cannot accommodate you in their country in one or the other. So let us try to look at some of things that you should avoid. Actually, things that you should avoid if you don't want to be deported back to your country of origin. 1. Drinking, driving. Remember, this is a Muslim country. Respect Islam. Respect the norms of the Islamic religion. So there is zero tolerance for drinking, driving in Qatar. This may be a little bit worse, or may even create more consequences. For example, you may go out with a friend, you drink, but you feel okay. But again, where the problem comes from is you drink and you drive, and you make an accident in one or the other. If they get to find out the cause of the accident was because of being drunk, then it is something else. Most of the penalties will even be worse than what you expect. maybe even jail. If you're not deported, maybe jail, and you also have to pay penalty in one or the other. So reason number one, avoid drink driving in Qatar if you want to be, if you want to avoid deportation in this Arab country, because they do respect their cultures, they do respect the norms, and they do respect what we call the Islamic religion. Then number two is getting drunk. That is something else different. Getting drunk. Yes, well, let us qualify this, because it usually means that you are getting drunk in the public, which is actually a very bad image to other people. Remember that when you get drunk, there's some things that get to change out of your life. But it will be okay if you drink inside your house, because there are people that have licenses in the country that can buy their drink, they can buy their booze and take it back to the room, drink just within a contained or a contained place where you can control yourself. But remember a situation where you drink or you get drunk and you go out in the public. Remember what happens. Normally the effects that will come after when the brain is too high. So it means that you will become a nuisance somewhere in the public. You will become an irritant to the public. What will happen? And if you caught, it will definitely, you will never miss out. You just have to be deported back to your country. So I'm not saying drinking is bad. There are people that have licenses within the country. But I'm telling you, if you are to drink within your house. Drink within your house. Drink and get everything done in your house, but not to go out to the public to show how much you've drunk, or how much liters, or how much volume of that good drink that you've taken, because it is forbidden by the country, as the country rules and the regulations at one or the other. So they tentatively get to disagree with that, and they will probably, the only penalty they'll give you is they'll have to deport you back, to go back to your country for that reason. Then we look at, remember at one thing still to add on is that Muslims who drink should be extra careful. You may be a Muslim, but you're drinking and you're hidden in drinking. You should be very careful, because one of the times it will get you, especially if you go to the public, which is not permitted, or which is actually not allowed. It's not allowed by the government itself, or even the Islamic religion. So let us look at point number 3. That is love outside marriage. It's also not allowed. It can lead you to deportation outside the state of Qatar, or it can lead you to deportation from the state of Qatar. We say a number of people have asked whether it is acceptable living together or outside marriage. The answer is no, it is not. This is a criminal offense, especially people who are not married and they are living together, they are contributing or living together, because the only penalty that is given by that, it's just going to be deportation or imprisonment at one or the other. Remember, for you to contribute or to live together with your wife, you must prove that this is my wife, and you should have what you call a certified or asserted marriage certificate that you have supposed to submit from a certificate copy of the marriage certificate that is supposed to be approved by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Qatar for you to contribute or to live around with your wife in one or the other. Much as some other people may be illegally doing it in any way or the other, but remember, it's just you need to be a little bit very careful, because once you get, then it will just cause you other side of the trouble in one or the other. So you should leave marriage or love outside marriage is not permitted or is not allowed actually in Qatar, in these Arab countries. Then reason number 4 is offending Islam and not respecting the Islamic law. Also, it can lead to deportation from the state of Qatar, or from most of the Gulf countries, if we may say. Because remember, religion and Islamic is the core building guidelines of these countries. So if you want to disrespect and you don't respect, then probably you'll end up getting out. For example, we can give out most of the public holidays that we have. We have Eid al-Fitr and these other days. These are holy months, or these holidays for the countries. There is no way where they will say that you have to put on full attire of the cloth, and it's the fasting period, the holy month of Ramadan, and you have to go outside, strip naked, and the dressing is not actually matching accordingly with what is accepted in that month. So probably you'll be offending what we call, you'll be getting against what we call the Islamic laws, or what we call the Islamic religion. So probably there is no any other option than actually taking you out of the country, because that's the only solution. And very many people are falling victims of out of that kind of circumstances, of not respecting and going against what we call the Islamic, what you need to say, what you need to talk about. You never wake up to discuss religion in the public. It's also not permitted in one way or the other. So such kind of Islamic things, you never have to disseminate any Islamic material without being approved by the state of Qatar in one way or the other. So you find such kind of things also lead to what we call deportation in one way or the other. And if someone is good, then probably they'll have to go off, and they'll have either to give a punishment or take him or her outside of your country. Then another thing is that we look at point number 5, that some other things that may also lead you to deportation is what we call libel and slander. You really admit you may move around and find wrong people, or wrong Qatari, or wrong residents, or wrong citizens with the value of their province. But remember, people in Qatar, or the resident, or the citizens of Qatar, all people reserve what we call privacy in one way or the other, and you should respect the privacy of another person in one way or the other. Let's say, for example, we are looking at people just wake up to go photographing anywhere. You got to photograph this, you got to photograph this. You must be a little bit very careful. You must be very careful. Even the online platforms, what you post, what you need to talk about, is you need a little bit to be very careful in one way or the other, because they'll be getting against the rules and the regulations of the country. You'll be violating the rules and regulations of the countries, and the only penalty they will have to give you is maybe just to let you go out of the country, or even imprison you in one way of things. So I think today we've looked at the 5 things that can 5 things to do to avoid deportation. Thank you so much guys for coming back to my channel. If you're new here, please remember, consider subscribing. We are looking at the road to 1,000 subscribers. Support my channel by subscribing. It's Max from the Malcolm Max TV. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. But I have to let you know, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Support my channel. We are looking at the road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. See you again in another